Yo, what's going on, guys? Egal Talks Football. I'm back again with another video, and today I am fuming. And also, this will be also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music, as we are now doing podcasts also for the match reactions. The season is well and truly over, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening to this right now, we've just lost to Brighton 3-0 at home at the Emirates for the second last home game of the season. For a team that was competing for the Premier League the entire year, showing that much heart and that much desire, to drop off a cliff in the manner that we did today is damn near disrespectful, sad, disappointing, beyond belief how poor we were today. You can point at the manager, you can point at the players, you can point at the fans, you can say everything. The Arsenal fans not leaving the team as it was. Martinelli, unfortunately, getting injured, and Trossard coming on showed a little bit of energy. You had the midfield was poor. The poor performance from the midfield. And might I add, congratulations to Manchester City, as you have gone on to win your third Premier League title in a row, as you are now going to more or less likely go ahead and win it. We already know you're going to go and win it. It was all a dream. We honestly all believed. And you know what? Look at the table right now. Even if we would have beaten Brighton, even if we would have beaten West Ham, even if we would have beaten friggin' forget about Liverpool. If we would have won all our games after the Liverpool game, we still would be behind Man City. That's how great this team is. It's a disappointment. It's an embarrassment. It's an absolute shambles, the performance we put in today. Ben White getting ripped by Matoma. The midfield getting bossed. The left side where Estupinian was on, that right-hand flank, they were killing us. Matoma and Estupinian were killing us. Brighton today, credit to De Zerbi. He lost to Everton. He said, I got something for Arsenal. Caicedo playing right back today. Caicedo was playing right back today. He wasn't even playing in midfield. Bro, that team put in a shift. That team put in a great performance. That Brighton team outclassed us. Some of these guys who scored their goals, I don't even know what their names are. I never heard of them until today. Who the hell is this guy who's scoring all these goals? Julian Escusios, 19-year-old. That's their Brighton star boy. The guy came and he was showing bukayo Saka today levels. I love bukayo Saka. I love Martinelli. I love these guys, but all had stinkers. Ben White, stinker. Ramsdale, you couldn't really say it was his fault. Kiwior fell down. We're going to talk about it. If it should have been a foul, if it didn't, wasn't a foul, this is that. Gabriel Martinelli, I don't really know what he was doing today. I don't think he had a bad game, but we conceded 3 goals. So you got to look at somebody. You know what you got to look at? You got to look at Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney was supposed to come in and make a difference. Didn't really make a difference defensively. He got ripped a lot himself. You go to Xhaka, Jorginho, Odegaard, all very poor performances in the midfield. Gilmore didn't have a great game, but guess what? They had Caicedo tucking in as a right mid, even though he was playing right back basically. You had Martinelli get injured. Jesus, what was he doing? Did Jesus get a chance? Did Jesus have a chance in the whole game? He had 2 shots. Did they even get on goal? I think they were both blocked. Guys, Brighton came to our house and gave us. We only had 41% possession in our own yard. As you guys say, 41% possession towards Arsenal. They had almost near 60% possession. This was a game where we needed to win it to at least, listen, I'm going to calm down a little bit because I'm quite upset. But the reason why I'm upset is because I expect more from this team. I expect more from these players. I expect more from these guys. I absolutely we put a lot of backing in these guys, and they have this type of possession. They have this type of performance where Brighton are peppering us. And what was this happened from the beginning to the end. Let me show you guys. This was happening from the beginning to the end. Let me show you. 7 minutes in, we had a shot. Then they had a shot. It was a thing. It was a back and forth affair. Then we had a couple chances. And then guess what? They came on top of us. 37th minute. We went into halftime 0-0. Halftime was 0-0. And you can see from that it was a back and forth game. We had the better chances at half, but they turned a second gear. This is where Mikel Arteta needed to make a change. Jorginho has been great the last 2 games, but today he was poor. You should have brought in Partey. Saka's been poor. We already know Trossard came in for Martinelli because Martinelli got injured, but you could have brought in Reece Nelson earlier. Martin Odegaard subbing off once Martin. You want to know something, guys? You want to know something? Once they scored that second goal in the 86th minute, the game was done. The season was done. Everything was done. This team today, you can see from the shots, you can see from that information right there, they did not have many chances. Brighton came to our house and they peppered our goal. They dominated us. They created more chances. They had more passes than us. They had everything going their way. We can look at all the other granular details of the game, but the reality is we got dominated, bossed by a team that's inferior to us. And they had injuries. They had no excuses. Do you know how many players they had out injured? Do you know how many players they had out injured? Do you understand how many injured players Brighton had? I'm just going to go through the list of injured players Brighton had today. Brighton had Tyreek Lamptey out, who's one of their best wing backs. They had Solly March out, who's one of their best goal scorers. They had Veltman out, who's another one of their wing backs. They had Webster out, who's one of their best defenders in their team. Lallana, who's one of their best creators. Forget about the rest of them. Just those 5 players. And we're crying because we have Zinchenko and William Saliba out, and we're competing for a league. If 2 players can single-handedly end everything for us, it's unacceptable. You have to do better as a manager. De Zerbi today said he had a plan. And you know what? De Zerbi had a plan. De Zerbi had a plan. He said it prior to the game. He had a plan. And he did. Mikel Arteta made some substitutions. Let me show you the substitutions. He brought on Trossard because of the injury. He brought on Reece Nelson and Partey in the 60th minute. I think personally, they should have both came in at halftime. But guess what? We still conceded 2 goals after that. He brought in a substitute who also finished off the game. His substitute is the one that finished off the game. Forget about Reece Nelson, Emil Smith-Rowe and Eddie Nketiah's substitutions. That was when the game was done. That was when the season was done. I got a lot of comments to get to. Let me get to some of these comments, bro. Let me see what people are saying in the comment section. We got a lot of comments today. Egal, it's over. We were shocking this game. Yeah, we were 3-0. What the hell is going on? Yeah, 3-0, bro. I don't even know what that is. A yoga person. It's true the title race is signal. I don't even know what you're saying, Robert, respectfully. But let me just see that. We didn't deserve the points. Our season over. More empty-handed. You know what? It's pathetic performance. Shameful. Very shameful, pathetic performance. We got Tom here saying 8 points clear, and it has this is an embarrassing end to what was a beautiful season. This is an embarrassing end. This club will be the death of me 100%. They'll be the death of both of us. I hope that kills it's the hope that kills you 110%. It's the hope that kills you, because we always believe. Tom coming out here saying, I told you Mikel Arteta is not serious. Bro, Tom, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't blame it all on Mikel Arteta. Big up, Egal. The league is done. Congrats to Man City. Crown champions. 100% they're crown champions. Hi, Egal. Arsenal keep pissing us off. Yeah, I know they are pissing us off. Big up, Egal. Respect. You guys ran hard, feeling I was trolling. Ha, ha, ha. Bro, stop. I know you're going to be trolling. It's fair enough. We deserve the trolling to a certain degree. But come on, let's try to be sensible here. The team did do well. Arteta sexual. It's not about Arteta sexual, my guy. I clearly criticize Arteta too. Where's the link? I'm not sending no links out today. None. Well, if you want to we'll do a call-in show tomorrow. There's no point of having anybody speaking to me today because I'm not in the mood to speak to anyone right now. Brighton come on to play and we were sleeping. Yeah, we were definitely sleeping, man. The Gunners are the most delusional fan base in the world. I disagree with that. If I would say there's a delusional fan base, it's the Chelsea fans who think they're going to win the league next year. But yo, Gunnar Souls, take it away, Moro. How you feeling? Talk to me.
You know what? This whole season, I've always had something to say. But this is the first time I'm actually devastated with this team. It's the first time I've actually been, properly angry with the team. Yeah. Because this is how you want to repay the fans for all their belief and their faith in the team and backing them. And no matter how rough the season got, we backed them. And then the one time we need them to start performing or actually showing heart and desire, which is the end of the season, they go and do this. They start dropping points like it doesn't mean something to the fans. That's what disappoints me. It's not about anything other than just show us something. Like, okay, fine, you've lost the league, cool. There's a level of acceptance you can have with that. But when you completely capitulate at every moment to overachieve, there's got to be question marks. There's got to be moments where we question this team, where we question the players, the manager, the board, because This is now the second season they're expecting us to forgive them. Last season it was top 4. They bottled it, and we backed the team. We said, you know what, let's go again next season. We'll see what happens. Let's invest. Let's go again. Cool, it happens. No one got onto them. Then it's like this season, you had the opportunity to overachieve and win the league. Now, yes, I was expecting them to win the league the way that we were, 8 points clear, 5 points clear, whatever point clears you want to give them. But we were at 1.8 point clear from Man City. To capitulate that much is unacceptable, because this is now the second time you've done it. Like, how many times are you going to be forgiven until you start to sit there and go, do you know what? Because why are Brighton showing more heart and desire than us at home? If this was at the Emirates, I get it. I totally understand this game going the way it did. But this is at the Emirates, and you owe the fans something. Just because you beat Newcastle doesn't forgive all the wrong you've done. Bottling it from 2-0 up to 2-2, 2-0 up against West Ham to 2-2, conceding within the first 30 seconds again against Southampton for the 3rd or 4th time this season. All those comebacks, we praised them. We showed, what, this team is showing the heart, the desire to want to win. To then do this. You know what? If this game ended 1-0, I probably wouldn't even have been as angry. It's the fact you just let 2-3 go in with no heart to actually try and get back into this game. And that, to me, is the biggest disappointment in this team. It's like, when it's mattered to the fans, go get that 90 points. Just don't lose till the end of the season. Or at least don't let yourselves get bullied. 60% possession. Like you said, it's not like... I do believe this game could have gone differently if Zinchenko played. I do think there's more control, more possession, etc. But it's not all on Tierney coming in. I don't think he's what we need anymore. I think we've evolved from that style of left back. But it's not all on Tierney. Even with Benjamin White, a guy that we've all praised all season, just getting absolutely ripped apart from Matoma and Estupiñán. We backed him.
Let me just show you this comment right here. Not a single player showed up today. Fully agree with that comment right there. And I just wanted to elaborate something.
You know what I'm going to say? Nelson coming off the bench showed a bit, and that's it. That was it.
That's true. Forget about putting pressure on Man City to win the Champions League, bro. These guys look like they're going to do it, and just congratulate them. If they don't do it, you can't really laugh at a team that's won the league and is about to win the FA Cup too. Even if they don't.
But if they go out, they're going to go out to Real Madrid. It's not like you're going out to, I don't know, some next second-rate team.
Okay, let's get into some of the talking points from the game, because there are some talking points in the game. Were you finished with your points? Did you have anything else to say, my friend?
No, it's just more in the game now, isn't it?
Okay, fair enough. People want to talk about failure. Right now. That's the first thing everyone wants to talk about. People want to talk about how is Arsenal going to deal with the Champions League next year. That's not what I really want to talk about right now. We need to talk about the actual game. What happened in the game? Gabriel Martinelli got injured in this game, guys. Gabriel Martinelli got injured in this game, in a game where he was having a decent couple minutes. He seems like the only outlet in these games sometimes. I don't know about how you've seen it, but Gabriel Martinelli's injury is not good, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happened to his ankle. Gabriel Martinelli got an ankle injury from Caicedo tackling him. And if you guys don't know, Caicedo was the right back in the game today. And consider Gabriel Martinelli's season over. Ladies and gentlemen. If I show you the next image, you won't be surprised to find that Gabriel Martinelli is in a walking boot, and he won't be playing another game for the rest of the season. He has an ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why you have a walking boot for an ankle injury. Is that normal?
Yeah, because you need to stabilize your ankle.
Okay, so yeah, he has a walking boot, and he's going to be done for the season. Gabriel Martinelli, consider his injury. He's had a fantastic season. Honestly, love the guy. He's been one of the guys who's been consistently showing up in this season. But Gabriel Martinelli's season is well and truly over, ladies and gentlemen. It's sad to hear, but the guy deserves our respect. He's one guy who, even when we've been poor against Liverpool, poor against West Ham, poor against these guys, he's one guy who showed up. And I'll give that to him. I know you didn't give it to a lot of other players, but Gabriel Martinelli, we got to give it to him. He showed up in many of these games. Maybe not today before he got injured, but he got injured early in the game. 20 minutes into the game, he got injured. And sad to hear, but Gabriel Martinelli's season might be over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope the best for him. After the game, you could see that everyone's quite gutted for the guy, and I'm gutted for the guy himself, man. Gabriel Martinelli is one of the soldiers this season. He has definitely been a soldier, John. Genuine season. Hopefully he pushes on next season. What has Martinelli's season been? How many goals he had? The guy has just been.
You know, the only gutting thing is, like, I know he's injured, which is gutting, but he could have broken the record for the highest scoring Brazilian in a single season, and he was a goal away from doing that. It's a bit disappointing. I know he's got time in his career to come back and do it again, but it would have just been amazing to top his season off with that record in hand.
It's just disappointing, man. Gabriel Martinelli, 15 goals, 5 assists in the Premier League this season. And in all competitions, if I'm not mistaken, he actually didn't get another goal in any other competition. He just pretty much just played in the Premier League. Did he not get a goal in the Europa League?
I don't think he did. I don't think he played.
So, yeah, so 15 goals, 5 assists in all competitions this season. Next season, definitely going to have to push on. That's 20 goal involvements for Gabriel Martinelli. Honestly, I can't be any happier for the guy. He's had a fantastic season. Although the season's now over and we didn't win the league, we have to give him a lot of credit, push on and say, you know what, Mikel Arteta and the boys have to give him a lot of credit for what kind of performance he's had this season. Title race over. Yeah, we know title race is over. We know the season's over. We know. But yo, people, do me a favor. We got 60 people in the chat right now. Do me a favor. Hit that goddamn like button. It helps the channel out a lot. Support the channel. Big up everybody who's watching right now. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. I'll try to get to your comments. If anyone can afford to do any super chats, that also helps the channel out massively. Any super chats or anything else would help us massively. So please do that also. But yeah, Gunnar Souls, man, just take it away. Do you have anything else do you think Martinelli should have been sent off prior to that? Because he did barge into Matoma while he was in the air, and people were saying that should have been also a foul from Martinelli. So is there a case that Martinelli should have not even been on the pitch before he got injured?
I think a yellow card. I think a booking was needed because you can't really go and do that. I understand why people said it's a red card. I do hear the argument, but I think with how early in the game it is, you've got to set a precedence, and I think that's what happened. Once Martinelli did that, it was like, okay, we can be physical too. And the referee and then when Saicedo did do the initial tackle, which eventually led to like him actually coming off, the game was done because the ref lost all control. And that's when they started kicking more players and turning it into a physical battle. This is where referees need to manage the games better, because if they had booked Martinelli at this moment, then those things probably don't happen because the referee's stamped his authority and gone, none of that shit's going to fly today. So that's just how I feel.
What about this moment here where Kiwior gets his ankle stomped on? If you can see clearly right here, Kiwior does get his ankle stomped on right there, and it causes him to go down for the second goal. People are saying that could have stopped it. Big up Ozan Kabak here saying, commiserations, Egal. Now you know the pain as Liverpool FC. Bro, Liverpool... Credit to Liverpool, big time credit to Liverpool. And I'm absolutely getting cooked on the internet right now because I had the audacity to put out a tweet where I said how many Liverpool players get into a combined 11 with this Arsenal team. And I knew that it would only be like a couple, but still, like, Martin Odegaard, probably that's it. But like, I am absolutely getting rinsed for this take right here. And I probably had a million takes just like this throughout the season. Fair enough. I'm a fan. I got sucked into the season, and you know what? I'm gonna get criticized until the end of the season, and maybe going into the summer until next year. And that's just how it is. I gotta take it on the chin, and I gotta move on with it. But yeah, let's just try to bring it back to the game. Big up Kabak. People saying Agent Trossard, bullshit. Trossard did well. Nah, man. Kiwior had firm defending last time. Do you guys blame Kiwior for going down, or do you think this should have been overturned? Should the second goal have been overturned? Because some people are saying the second goal should have been overturned. Some people are saying they blame Kiwior for going down too soft, and they're like, you should have stayed up.
He should have continued defending. But I mean, look, this is his first season in the league. He's a very young player. What is he, like 20 or something? He's going to definitely learn from it. I'm not going to go in on Kiwior because overall he's had a good game. But yeah, he definitely should have just continued defending. I'm guessing they were grasping at anything to get anything given off. And at that point, the game was lost anyway. I don't really care that we conceded the second and the third. It's just...
To me, it's the second.
What do you do?
The third The third wasn't when the game was done. To me, the second is when the game was done. This is when the game was done. This second goal here. And this is where a lot of people blame Kieran Tierney. They also said Kieran Tierney's defending on this goal was poor. Do you want to maybe talk about Kieran Tierney today? Because was it this goal that was the thing that was eye-opening for people, or was it just the control of the game for Kieran Tierney?
I just don't know what he did. I even tweeted, I don't know what he's brought to the table. Like, the thing is, I'm not criticizing Tierney. I mean, he is who he is. It's the same as like expecting like Granit Xhaka to do Thomas Partey's role. It's not going to work. It's not who they are.
Wait, was that the first goal? I thought that was the second goal.
Which one?
Was that goal the first goal?
No, that was the first goal. Inicio scored that one, the header, where Tierney
that was the first goal.
Yeah, first goal.
I'm tripping. I thought that was the second goal for some reason. My apologies, guys.
The thing is, in that moment, especially when a lot of fans, and I mean an overwhelming number of fans, said Kieran Tierney's a better defender, he's this, he's that, he's more solid defensively. If he was better defensively, do you know what a better defender does in that situation? Headers the ball for a corner. Not headers it back into the middle of the box to allow something to happen. So that's where I do critique him. But then overall, his game, it's not even about control. Even what we see in Kieran Tierney in terms of going forward, bombing down the flanks and making something happen, whipping the ball in, all of that we've seen last season. And we said when we get a proper number 9, we'll actually see his assist returns as well. We didn't see any of that. None of it. So for me, it's like, okay, you've got given your big opportunity and you've done nothing really with it.
Who are you talking about here? Jesus?
No, Kieran Tierney.
Okay.
Because Kieran can, think about it, even if you want to say, okay, do you know what? Actually, there was a few moments where you've seen a glimpse of what Kieran Tierney is going to bring. I didn't see nothing.
Are you selling Kieran Tierney?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I would sell Kieran Tierney. I'll tell you why as well, because the way we play doesn't suit Kieran Tierney. And it's unfortunate because, look, he's a brilliant player. That's somewhere else. He's a good player for someone else. And I don't want to hold him back just to keep him on the bench because I did say use him as a plan B defender, but there's so much better out there that we can do whilst keeping control that I just think it's better for his career if he's sold.
Let me know, people in the chat. Would you guys sell Kieran Tierney? Personally, for me, I think Kieran Tierney doesn't like when he's a backup and he wants to play. He's one of those players who doesn't want to play. So people in the chat, let me know. Do you want to sell Kieran Tierney or do you want to keep him? Personally, for me, I'm willing to sell Kieran Tierney. I don't really have any care in the world if he stays for too long. I think he's been a great player. He's been a good servant to the club, and if he can make a profit off the price that we bought him for from Celtic in the first place, I think that's very un-Arsenal, and it's a good thing that we get rid of him now, where we can get a return on the investment rather than keep him for another season and then see then we need to get rid of him. So I get rid. People saying keep Kieran Tierney. Tommy, why keep Kieran Tierney? Because his performances this season have not been that good. And Mikel Arteta has not been able to utilize him as well as he could. A lot of people saying keep Kieran Tierney. Some people saying sell. Why keep a player who's not happy and doesn't want to and is not getting enough game time? Or are you guys questioning Arteta and saying get rid of Arteta instead of the Kieran Tierney? Because I think that is what Tommy's saying here. Tommy's saying get rid of Kieran. Why keep Kieran Tierney? What's the logic for keeping Kieran Tierney, Souls?
Okay, so the logic that I can see in keeping Kieran Tierney and why I've said it in the past, we should maybe keep a player like this, is if Arteta's going to use him as a stopper. So say, for example, in this game, let's say we were 2-0 up. That's when you bring a Kieran Tierney on to maybe be defensively better. But I'm not going to lie. Obviously, opinions can change at the end of the season because Kieran Tierney is going to play the final 2 games. And maybe he shows something different once he's got maybe 1 or 2 games under his belt. And then in the final game of the season against Wolves, we might see a completely different Kieran Tierney to the point where we go, actually, that's why we need to keep him. And I think because people have this perception that he's a way better or a better defender than Zinchenko, he can be a plan B type left back. But at the moment, I haven't seen any of that, even in the games he's come on prior to this. And that's the reason why I'd sell him, because it's obvious Arteta's stubborn to the way he wants to play. He doesn't want to change his system. So, because in this game as well, I've seen Trossard defend more than Kieran Tierney. And that's where I get a bit concerned. I'm like, why is an attacker defending more than the defender in a left-back role? So I don't really know why you'd keep him. Even if you look at some of the best like clubs in Europe, they're all playing inverted fullbacks at the moment. They're all kind of playing with these technically gifted fullbacks. The Kieran Tierney type fullback is going to be a dying breed. And I just think we need to move on as well and bring someone in who's going to come in, even if it's a project type, who's going to come in and do the same role.
Yeah, so a lot of people are questioning the manager. I just want to show you guys something quickly. Just want to say Kiwior after the game said on the first goal that was scored, Jakub Kiwior said, on Brighton's first goal, I felt contact on and I lost my boot. I didn't see the goal. I hope VR would have intervened and ruled the goal out. But unfortunately, the referee saw it differently. After we conceded the second goal, our heads dropped and we couldn't come back. That's not what I want to hear. That's not what I want to hear. Excuses about the excuses, and like if the VAR doesn't overturn it, you got to get your head into it. I understand that he would have wanted the first goal overturned. A lot of people would have, but come on, this is not what I want to hear from players after a 3-0 defeat. Like our heads drop. What do we tell? I know he's basically telling us the honest truth. Maybe I wanted him to lie.
That's not about lying, but there's some points where it's better to say nothing than to say something. I mean, he could, okay, I felt contact, I lost my boot, all of that, cool. Fair enough. You're explaining the situation that happened, that's fine. But then to kind of start blaming VAR and saying our heads have dropped and all that, that's the last thing we as fans want to be hearing from our players. And especially when you've been brought in to be like the next thing, the next like potential player, like the mentality that you show in these moments is what you're going to be judged on. And if you're going to come here and say all the players drop their heads in a season where you're competing for the title, it tells me there's something horribly, horribly wrong in this squad and something's got to give. Because that's all I'm getting from that statement.
Because we got a similar interview from Granit Xhaka last year after the game against thing. Now, I'm just going to show you guys this graphic right here. This right here is since William Saliba has been injured. I'm not going to lie to you. I look at this and I don't say, oh, Saliba is so important. We know Saliba is important. It's on Arteta to find a way around it. It's on Mikel to find a solution. We win the first 2 games. Rob Holding's amazing. He's doing great. Then we drop points against Liverpool. That should have been the wake-up call. You don't hesitate. And you want to know the honest truth? Even if we won against West Ham, won against Southampton, lost to City, won against all these games, we still would be behind City on points. That's how good City
No, but why are you forgetting the Liverpool game? Why is that a free?
No. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Liverpool game is what hurt us. The Liverpool game is what ended our season, in my opinion. Mikel Arteta, after that game, didn't make a change for the next 3 games. When he did, and then he went into the City game basically with the same setup again. And then after we lost to City, he changed it up for Newcastle West and thing. Personally, for me, this capitulation, you can put it down to Saliba being injured, but I also have to say a lot of the blame goes to Mikel Arteta for not being proactive enough. Because we can blame Saliba's injury for as long as we want, but we understand how good Saliba is, but it's on the manager to find a solution. It's on the manager to find another player. And he did that for Newcastle and West Ham. I mean, Newcastle and Chelsea. Why couldn't he have done that at West Ham, Southampton? Why couldn't he have played Kiwior going into the City game? Why did it take so long? This is where I blame Mikel. This is where I look at Mikel and I say, bro, you have to do better as a manager. You have to do better at finding the problem, identifying it, and fixing it. And if you can see that Saliba is out and Rob Holding's not able to do what Saliba does, bring in Kiwior earlier. Kiwior has played at the right center-back position before joining Arsenal. He's done it well for a majority of the season since he's come in for us the last 2 games. And I maybe he wasn't ready, but it's on Mikel to find a solution. And also, Jorginho should have came in sooner. Jorginho today was poor, but against West Ham, Southampton, against Man City, Partey was off the boil. He was terrible. And as bad as we've been against those teams, I don't blame Saliba's injury. I don't want to hear the excuse going into the summer that we lost because of Saliba. We lost the title because of Saliba. We lost the title because our lack of ability to make changes when the pressure's on to find other solutions. And that's more on the manager and the management team than it is the individual players. Because I'm going to look at the individual players for not winning us these games, but at the same time, they showed the heart to come back against Southampton. Why couldn't they do that sooner? They showed the heart against Chelsea and Newcastle. Why couldn't they do that against Man City? It's just pathetic, some of the performances. And the worst performance out of all of them is today against Brighton at home. Against your at home for the second last game of the season. Bro, it's pathetic, bro. It's sad. I don't know what else to say. You want to say something?
Do you know what it is? It's, Saliba. Obviously, missing Saliba was big. And obviously, Arteta is going to get the brunt of that sort of because he didn't make the changes soon. But you know what it is, though, at the same time? These players do need to also hold some blame as well. Like, how many times are you just going to get away with lapsadaisical performances? Because you know what it is? Like, and this is where I blame the fans, because the fans need to keep applying pressure to the players. You know, right? A lot of people have said my energy this season has changed in comparison to previous seasons. I've been a lot more forgiving in previous seasons because we weren't who we are. And I've always said, I'm seeing signs of us becoming that team. But the problem is, you know, when you've overcome every single hurdle up until the business end, that's when it's unforgivable. Now, Rob Holding, yes, should have come out a lot sooner than that. And I said this to people as well. I said he's got maximum 2 to 3 games. And after that, he becomes a pony. And that's what happened. Liverpool, West Ham, Southampton, couldn't do shit. But then at the same time, I also look at him and go, where's your common sense? Where's your experience as a centre-back? You're quite an older player. You're not young. You're not up and coming. You're quite an established player, 26 years old. Like, why are you hugging Haaland and allowing KDB in behind every single time? At some point, you've just got to say to yourself, yes, I need to drop back a bit and just realize the dangers as well. And that's what it is. And, you know, people not stepping up at the right times, you know, coming out and doing all these interviews and just showing different sides of their, like, oh, we apologize, we'll show the fans, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like every single time it's bullshit. So at the end of the day, look, a lot of people need to hold blame. Arteta, especially Arteta, because he should have made a lot of these changes earlier.
Let's talk about bukayo Saka, because you got people in the comment section making embarrassing takes like Saka's not even better than Anthony. Have some respect, people. I get it that he's been poor, but have some respect. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
are we comparing Anthony from Man United? Or are we comparing, is there another Anthony that's out there that I don't know about? Okay, bukayo Saka is now valued as the second highest player in world football based on the Premier League. He's the second highest valued player in the Premier League at 150 million euros. He's extremely he's performed extremely well throughout the season. Currently has 13 goals, 11 assists in the Premier League. And if you include all competitions, where he added a goal in the League Cup, 2 goals he had a goal in the League Cup. He had a goal in the FA Cup, if I'm not mistaken. No, when did we lose the FA Cup? Did he play?
Well, against Man City.
No. So he didn't play against in the FA Cup. So it was in the League Cup. He has 1 goal. In the Europa League, he has 1 goal. He has a total 15 goals and 11 assists, I think, all competition. That's really good season. I respect bukayo Saka, what he's done. I love bukayo Saka, but when the going got tough and we needed bukayo Saka in these tough games, I didn't see those performances, the same level of performances, and it's very sad to say. We needed more from him in these games, and it's like the guy has done so much for us this season that it's tough to criticize him. But the reality is, against Brighton didn't really do much. Against Newcastle, he was decent. Against Chelsea, he was decent, but he wasn't really the focal point. Against Man City, he was poor. Against West Ham, where was he? Against Liverpool, he was being doubled the whole time. So he had 2 people on him, so understandably so. Against Leeds, he was on the bench. So really and truly, since the Crystal Palace game, he's only had 1 good game, and that was the game that we drew 3-3 versus Southampton. He hasn't had a goal contribution in any of the other games. And against Chelsea and Newcastle, yes, we won those games, but it wasn't really out and out to his performances. he doesn't really taken the game by the scruff of the neck in what is that near since the since what do you call it, the 1st of April, hasn't really been on it.
Well, look, overall, he's had an outstanding season for a 21-year-old and for a breakout star in a prospect and all of that. But the problem is, Arsenal have made one of the biggest mistakes in giving him the contract they're about to give him. If the rumours are to be true and he's earning 250, 300,000 pounds, whatever it may be, whatever the breakdown of that is, whether it's all performance related, whether it's 150 with 150 potential bonuses, I don't really know. But regardless, if that value is 300,000 pounds, it's a disgrace to be giving that this soon when he hasn't achieved anything at the moment. And the thing is, I'm not going to say Bukayo Saka can't step up in the moments, because we've seen him do it in individual games. Man United being a prime example of that, coming into the second half and scoring the goal to get us back into the game. There isn't a doubt he can't do it, but there is a bit of me that thinks, how far can this guy actually go? Have we maybe seen too much of him? Is it a case of he's tired? We don't know, because we can all ask these questions and we can all debate whether it's fatigue, whether it's he's been played too much, he's been run to the ground. I don't know, because even in those moments, I still want to see a bit more desire when you have the ball. I don't see him taking on people as much. I don't see him kind of doing his thing and getting into the right moments. It's all kind of just, it's like he doesn't care. Like, that's the problem. I'm feeling like and it's a feeling. I'm not saying he doesn't, before people jump on me. It's just the way he plays just looks like he'd rather not be there.
Okay, and what I'm about to show you next might piss you up a little bit, but this is the next topic. Arteta apologizes for the defeat. I know you're laughing, but Arteta apologizes for the defeat against Brighton immediately after the game. He had a press conference where he said,
did I not tell you this is what they're going to do? This is the
first of all,
bullshit
it was extremely competitive, and we expected that. A lot of interruptions in the game, a little throws, big opportunities, regaining the ball high up the pitch, and the second half was a different story. We lost duels, we conceded a goal, just unacceptable levels, no answer. And then where's the apology part? Where's the part where he apologizes? Where's the apology? I don't see the apology. Oh, here. First thing he said. First of all, we have to apologize. Last week, we were really proud. We stood for the performance against Newcastle. But yeah, today we have to apologize what happened in the second half. That is nowhere near the levels that we show as a team. And that's on the manager. That's on Mikel Arteta. He can apologize as much as he wants. But the reality is the team already lost. The game is done. What is there to apologize about? Like, you had to show it on the pitch. You can apologize and do all the apologies you want after the game, but it's already done, my friend. Like, there's not really much else that we can do as a team.
Nah, you know what it is? I don't blame him for apologizing. This is what the fans love. They're going to lap this up. They're going to absolutely feed on it. They're like, oh my God, Arteta came out and apologized. All of this. The reality is, look, I don't want to hear the apologies. I want to see it on the pitch. Now the pressure's completely off, and watch how the next two games go. They're probably going to dominate and absolutely smash the next two games. And people are going to see Arteta apologize and turn it around. No, it's too late. It's done. It's finished. I don't care. I get you want to accept responsibility. I get you want to apologize. I get all of this. But I'm sick of it. How many times this season have you bottled it and had to apologize? Change it. I want to see changes.
It gets worse. Arteta apologized. The captain of the club basically said, congratulations to Man City.
I mean, like, what else is he going to do? There is no hope. Are you actually saying that there's any hope? What do you want him to say?
Bro, I get it, but it's like, you don't want to hear that from you never want to hear it. Like, you just never want to hear it. You just want them to be like, you know what, we just got 2 games left. Let's just continue to play. You don't want to say there's a chance, but you just want to say let's continue to play for the remainder of the season. I'm not thinking about the title.
No, do you know what though? Like,
do you blame him? Everyone in the chat, let me know. Do you blame Odegaard for saying the season's done and the league's done?
I think he's just annoyed at the players as much as we are. I think he's like today. He's also at fault, by the way. So I'm not going to sit here and say any positives about his performance today. But I think he's getting sick and tired of carrying the team in moments as well. And I think this is just an acceptance of like, okay, we've fully bottled this. And I've kind of called this coming. I've said, and do you know what it is? I prefer this to the apologies. I fucking hate apologies. Especially when those apologies have no meaning behind them. Like Arteta apologizes, but is he going to drop Saka? Is he going to now drop Gabriel Jesus for a bad performance? Is he going to bring in players for having bad games? Or is he going to reward that bad games? This is why I don't accept apologies. I accept this for reasons because at least there's no meaning behind this. Okay, cool. We've conceded the title, but now I want to really see from Odegaard how he manages this now. If you're the captain of Arsenal, it's not a good look, and he should never have said it. Like I said, there's some things that just never need to be said, and this is one of them. But I don't really know what he could have said. I think anything he said pisses me off.
Yeah, no matter what he was going to say, it was going to piss you off. Let's just see some of the excerpts from Arteta's press conference to see if there's anything interesting that Arteta might have said that would have thing. Assessment of the game, don't really want to hear it. Is the title race over? Of course he's going to say that. What do you want me to say? Kiwior, whether it was a foul in the first half, we know that it's a foul, but you have to push on. Whether the result against Man City had an impact on the performance today. You know what? I think that's true. I think the performance against Man City today, Man City's performance against Everton had an impact. He says, I don't know, but I cannot be the way to justify what happened in the second half. Fully agree with Mikel Arteta. We can't look at Man City's performance against Everton and say that's the reason why we lost. But at the same time, I really do believe it got in the players' heads. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, I was very skeptical about the reports or like very little rumors coming out about. I can't remember what game it was. We started to look at Man City results and kind of before games and discussing within like training and like going into games, looking at Man City and what they're doing. So for me, that's the disappointing factor when things like that are coming out all season. They've preached the fact that Man City hasn't bothered them. They don't care what the result is. We need to go out and do our job. When that mentality and that rumor and the article started coming out that Arsenal are now looking at Man City, I was like, shit, okay. At first, I brushed it off. I was like, bullshit. This is just the media trying to make something happen. But then what happened was it started to ring true because we started to drop points. We started to lose games. Our performances started dropping after the articles were released. So for me, I do think there's an element of a defeatist mindset going into Brighton. They're like, what's the point of winning if Man City are just going to keep winning anyway?
You know what, Cyrus, message me on Twitter. If you have me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is right there. As you can see, EGTV Egal. That's probably the best way to reach me. And then we can talk from there. Okay. Let me know if you Egal, if you need to talk. If I need to talk to you on WhatsApp if possible. Yeah, just message me on the thing. Almost 80 people watching. We got 50 likes. People keep hitting that like button. Before we go into player ratings, there's a couple more topics that we got to talk about. If this team has run out of steam, do you think this team has run out of steam? Because Mikel Arteta said no. We've already spoken about Gabriel Martinelli's injury. Should we just go to? Yo, we conceded a lot of goals at home this season, you know? We conceded 25 goals at home this season.
Bro, the thing is, we know there's fun. Like, I think, do you know what? Yeah, I'm actually going to say something which is going to rile a lot of people up. But I'm going to say it. I actually feel these performances have been a blessing. Because it's sussed out players. No, listen, I'm going to land and then you'll understand what I'm saying. Because it's sussed out the players that we need to get rid of. It's sussed out where we need to actually improve. Because if we look at it, Benjamin White, flawless pretty much all season. But we know we need to improve. We need to get a proper fullback who can actually do that job properly. We now know, we need to get a replacement or like not a replacement, sorry, but like a backup for Saliba. We need to bring in someone who can actually come in for Saliba and do the job there. We now know maybe Thomas Partey isn't the guy we've hyped him up to be. Now we know Bukayo Saka needs to have a backup because otherwise he's going to start dropping his performances. We've now identified that, okay, we might need a striker. We might need a proper number 9 to come in. So if it wasn't for these performances, we probably would have been delusional to go into this window and go, actually, we don't need a DM, or we might need a midfielder.
Do we need a right back?
I think so. I've always said we needed one.
We need a right back, everybody. Let me know. But Ben White's performance today, woo, he got cooked. And if that is what Matoma's gonna do to him, imagine Real Madrid Champions League night against Vinicius. Imagine Champions League versus who? Give me Leao, AC Milan. Bro, Leao and thing are gonna mess him up. I'm scared if we go into next season thinking that Ben White is this is why we need a right back. But is thing good enough? Is what's his name? Fresneda good enough defensively?
Watch his performance against Vinny Jr. this season. Man,
is Fresneda good enough to go up against Vinicius?
Yeah, he did it.
Bro, Vinicius is gonna do backflip.
He hacked him. He's already hacked him, fam.
Bro, the guy's gonna do backflips on him.
He's already done it, bro. He's handled Vinny. He can handle Vinny easy. He's done it already.
Everyone in the chat, let me know right now. Do Arsenal?
Bro, you do know he's played against Real Valladolid already this season, and Fresneda did a good job on him.
Well, Tomiyasu got ripped the way that Ben White got ripped today.
If it's his first game back, yeah. If it's
Tomiyasu hack it. Could Tomiyasu do it against Real Madrid on a Champions League night? Could Ben White do it as right back against Vinicius?
Nope. That's what I'm saying.
Do you trust Zinchenko versus Rodrigo or any of those guys?
I don't trust Zinchenko because that's not his role. Not because I don't trust him.
Are we ready for Champions League, bro?
Not really. Not really. Bro, okay. Look at it like this, right? And in my opinion, right, Barcelona are levels above Arsenal in terms of their squad, in terms of individual talents. And they can't hack the Champions League yet. And they've got bigger experienced players in the Champions League. They've got big moment players in the Champions League. And they couldn't hack it. They couldn't even hack Europa League as well. So I don't think, unless we have like they keep saying, if we have a big window, I reckon, yes, we can get to the knockouts, but we need investment in this team. And we need to be honest. I think honesty is going to be the key, because if we're going to lie to ourselves and say Thomas Partey is good enough, if we're going to lie to ourselves and say Benjamin White can go and do a job, if we're going to lie to ourselves and say we don't need to bring a number 9 in to kill games off, then yes, we're not going to be ready. But we can be with I think 4 to 5 signings. We can give ourselves a good account. I don't think we're winning it.
You want to know something? I seen this. I nearly had a heart attack. Our number 1 target in the summer transfer window. Who is it?
Declan Rice.
Manchester City came knocking. 1 second, let me just read this. Big up Reggie. He says Arsenal dead and gone. London still blue. Bro, why are you making me read that super chat, bro? I appreciate the super chat, bro, but come on. Why are you doing that to me? You already know I'm having a tough day. Why'd you do that to me right now? Come on, man. You could have said anything. That's the first thing you got to say. You're not worried about my mental health. Hey, come on, bro. Respect to the super chatter, though. Unfortunately, we got to read all the super chats, even if they're dissing us. Big up to him. That's the second super chat of the night. But yeah, man. Declan Rice, bro. Imagine he goes to Man City. Our number 1 summer transfer target could end up at Man City, bro. Just adds fuel to the fire of this team, how good they are. They're going to go and sign Declan Rice to replace Calvin Phillips, who barely plays for them, and give them 70 mil on top. If that happens,
the only thing that can make it better is if we go get Caicedo. That's the only.
Caicedo killed it today, but he played right back too.
Do you know what? Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. We need to bring both in, and I'll say why. Because if you look at what he did today, I know he played right back, and I'm gonna say put him at the left Xhaka role. If you now put him in that left Xhaka role and let Zinchenko go up, and then let Caicedo do what he did at right back, but on the left-hand side today, that could work, you know. And then you've got Declan Rice just generaling that midfield anyway. I want both of them. I don't even care. I want both. That's my expectation.
Bro, it's just depressing. Caicedo's not going to come to Arsenal, bro. We're gonna go for Declan Rice. Put all our eggs in the Declan Rice basket, and Caicedo is gonna be taken by like Liverpool or something.
Then Edu needs to go.
Simple
Edu
as
and
that.
Richard have to be sacked. They have to be. There's no excuses.
Simple as that. You know what, there's no celebrating Champions League. There's no silver lining. This performance this season was good. You got to give the team credit, but we've fallen off. Saka has been woeful for like a couple months, and that's the reality. People saying planning a parade, bro. We haven't been.
Okay, at least I get to go to. I might go to Spain and go to the Barca parade. I don't really care anymore. At least they've won the Liga tonight. They're 2-0 up.
Bro, can we just? Fair enough. We bottled it. Everyone wants to see the bottle. There you go. There's the bottle. You want to see the bottle? You happy?
You know what's actually nice? Have you seen the Prime mock-up bottle?
No, that's not a mock-up. That's actually what he did.
No. There's a they were gonna release like a special Prime bottle if we had won the league. It actually looks sick, I actually like the
KSI.
design.
But KSI is an idiot. Why would he tweet that?
Because he's an idiot. He's obviously a social influencer in it. So
why would he tweet that? The friendly fire. The fact that he tweeted that. It's like, do you understand how much hate you're putting towards your own team?
Nice, I want that released anyway. I like that.
Like, what was he thinking posting this?
It does look pretty sick though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah, bro. KSI is a up, bro. The guy is just trying to make money for Prime, bro. He don't care.
But obviously it's his business. That's what he's gonna do.
Bro,
I would do the same if it was.
He's using this to turn into a meme as free advertisement. That's what it is.
Yeah, but that's what businessmen do. What do you want him to do?
You know what? That's why he's a businessman and he's making all the money. And I'm the guy sitting here with nearly 20,000 subscribers. He has 100,000. Fair enough. I'm not gonna make fun of KSI too much, but the reality is that's friendly fire. That is friendly fire.
It's not a good look as a fan to do that, but
not only as a fan, as a partner to Arsenal Football Club. He's doing it more as a businessman and less of an actual fan.
Yeah, but that Arsenal benefits financially for it, though, isn't it? It's a commercial deal. You can't get onto him for it.
Fair enough. We keep it moving. We it is what it is. We lick our wounds and we go again next season. Expectations for next season?
I need
another day, maybe. Talk about this another day, maybe, because we might as well get into player ratings. Forget about expectations, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not in the mood for that. I don't care at the moment.
Yeah, forget about expectations. We're gonna have to do a vibe from the 6th panel for that. Guys, Ramsdale.
I'm giving him a 2.
Ramsdale, people. What are we saying? Ramsdale, 3 goals conceded, disappointing performance. What are we saying for Ramsdale out of 10?
I'll give him like a
1
or a 2.
I would be shocked if they give him anything more than a 4.
No, you can't give him a 4. He was awful. Did you see the way why didn't he catch it for the 3rd goal?
So what do we do? Bro, you want to know something? I didn't see the 3rd goal.
Really?
I looked away, I looked back, and boom. I'm tweeting saying game's done, season done. I look up, we can see the 3rd goal. I'm like, oh, there you go.
Yes, I can't remember who shot. Someone shot it. Ramsdale just parried it to S.
You know when you're watching the game and you're just like, you've checked out after the 2nd goal, and then you look up, you're like, it's 3-0? What the hell?
I was, yeah. When that 1st goal went in, I was like, okay, I'm kind of done. I stopped caring at that point. I was like, game is over.
I can't even give Ramsdale a fair analysis. Let's see what the people in the comments say.
I'm going to go 3, 2.
The first 4 comments will decide his rating. 1 rating is 4. The 2nd rating is a 5. So at this moment in time, he's getting a 4.5. Then the next one is a 1. So the 1 lowers it down to what? 4.5 all the way down to a 3.5. Yeah. And then the last rating gives him a 3. So I guess he's going to stay at a 3.5.
Oh, yeah, I said 3 maybe, yeah.
3.5 is a fair rating?
Yeah.
Based on what the people are giving 3.5, it is for Ramsdale. That's what he gets. Ben White, people. Ben White got, what did they give him? They gave him a 5? What the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ben White. What is Ben White's rating, guys? The first 4 votes get to decide what Ramsdale's rating is. Unlucky, my guys. Hit that like. Yo, Carefree Lewis is probably loving this right now. He is absolutely loving
Yeah,
his
they've
life.
just won the Women's FA Cup, didn't they? So he's buzzing.
Oh, they won the Women's FA Cup. Yo, Chelsea's women's team is serious. They're going to be a much better business. They're going to be a much better team than the men's team for the foreseeable future. So the first rating is a 3, a 2, a 4, and a 3. So what is that? 3.
I'd say 3.5 overall,
and a 3. So that's a 3 overall.
Yeah.
So Ben White gets a lower rating than Ramsdale.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
They gave us 3. Wow. Okay. Now Kiwi. What does Kiwi get? Kiwi must get a 4 at least. He's better than Ramsdale and thing.
Yeah.
What are people saying for Kiwi?
I don't even want to read.
Everyone after
These
this
days all
comment.
deserve zeros today. I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone after this comment, what does Kiwi get? FA Cup winners. What a season, man. Yeah, man. The women's team might win the league too still. No? Or is Man United ran away with it? So the first comment says 1. Second comment says 2. This one says 5. What? Kiwi gets 5. Okay. Kiwi gets 5.
I think 3.
Yeah,
3.5 is.
Kiwi got a 5, 2, what was it? 1,
And a
5, and 2. And then the last one was also a 3. So I think 3 is a fair result.
Yeah.
I think 3 is a fair result. But what's the average of that? Give him a 3.
Yeah,
Give him a 3. I think we're being extremely harsh today with the ratings. What does Gabriel get?
he also gets a 3. He didn't do anything.
I thought Gabriel was worse than thing. What are the people saying in the comments? Kiwi was poor, man. The guy lost his flipping boot. Club statement, please. Mikel Arteta's not going nowhere, bro. Mikel Arteta's not going nowhere. That's the reality. The first votes for Gabriel Magalhaes. Get ready to spam zeros for Saka, guys.
It's hard, but
it's harsh, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's so true. People are still giving Kiwi ratings. What are we doing? So that's a 2 for Gabriel. Someone says 4 for Gabriel. Any other ratings, guys? Come on. Are we not going to give ratings for Gabriel? Are we giving zeros for Gabriel? What's going on? Gabriel.
That's what it feels like, doesn't it? It's just like no one wants to rate him. It's just like, fuck him.
What is your rating for Gabriel, bro?
Like a 3. I don't think he did anything better or worse than.
Okay, so we got a 4 for Gabriel here. We got give the whole squad zeros, bro. Let's be sensible, please. Egal, you better give Saka 0 or I will unsub. I'm not gonna lie, Saka's getting 0 based off the chat.
It's already kind of done, isn't it? It's like everyone's voted 0 already.
0, bro. Listen, Saka's getting 0. Don't worry. The lowest you can give is 0.5.
Right, just for a voting purpose, we'll give him 0.5. Then go on. Just so
we give Gabriel a 4, just because that's a lot of the ratings coming out. Kieran Tierney, guys. What is Kieran Tierney getting? What is Kieran Tierney getting?
Gets a 3 in it.
Need Arteta to leave. What? Everyone's already turning on Arteta. He has a Spurs mentality. I don't think it's on Arteta only, bro. It's on the entire team to improve as a squad, bro. Foden better than Saka. Come on. If Saka was in Man City's team, he'd be putting up numbers.
Kieran Tierney had a 3.
So Kieran Tierney got a 6, 2, 3. What's the last rating? A 2. What is that?
So that's 3.5.
3.5? The 6, doesn't that bring it up a lot?
Did someone give him a 6?
Yeah, someone gave a 6. So that's
what the hell gave him a 6?
That's a 3.5, I guess.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Someone gave him a 6. Someone gave him a high rating. Bro, you guys are harsh today. Jorginho. If we're giving Zinchenko, why did I say Zinchenko? If we're giving all these defenders 3s, what are we going to give Jorginho? Jorginho was shocking too. The whole midfield was poor.
Yeah, 2.
What is Jorginho going to get? Who's giving an 8? Why are we giving 8s to Jorginho?
It wasn't on Jorginho today.
Love from Toronto. Love my people. Love to all my people in Toronto, man. The people from the 6. Big up all the people in the 6, bro. Big up. Egal doesn't eat. What? Egal does it ever see it? What? I'm tripping. Okay, Jorginho gets a 4. What else are we saying? Jorginho gets a 2. Jorginho gets a 1. Okay, so these are the ratings: 4, 2, 1, and 2. Bro, that's terrible. 4, 2, 1, and 2. That's an average of what? 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5, yeah.
Are we saying Jorginho is the worst player on the pitch?
No, Saka is.
Okay, so we're saying he's second worst player on the pitch. Damn, yo, you guys are harsh today.
We're not rated these yet. We're not rated because he gets a 1 or 1.5.
This is supposed to be therapy, guys. You guys are crucifying these guys.
You want to do player ratings? They need to step it up.
If they want good ratings, what are you saying to Granit Xhaka? What do you say?
1.5.
My wife says 0. My wife says Granit Xhaka gets a 0. Allah.
Yeah, they're all awful. If it was up to me, I'd give them all 0s. Awful.
Terrible.
Oh my God, my brother-in-law was at the game. He said we were shit. Does it seem like Terry is rude to you for no reason? I felt like that on the terrace. No, man, Terry's cool, man. It's just I don't know. Maybe he was trying to get an answer out of me that he thought I was gonna give that was different from what I said. Did I say anything wrong on the Zinchenko thing, or was I spot on? I literally said the same thing as Brendan.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like. I disagree, but yeah, you weren't wrong from your I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, so Xhaka gets a 1, Xhaka gets a 2, Xhaka gets a 3, Xhaka gets a 0. So 0, 3, 1, and 2. What is that? Average of 2.5?
No, you don't deserve that. It deserves way lower.
So what is that? A 2?
Yeah, fair enough. Whatever.
Odegaard. What does Odegaard get? What's Odegaard's rating, guys?
He gets a 2 as well, then, doesn't he?
Odegaard. I'm not gonna lie to you. The ratings today, these guys have pissed everybody off. They have actually pissed off everybody.
Yeah, there's nothing positive, is there?
Jorginho, all these guys, the whole midfield is poor.
Bro, I can't wait to sleep. I'm gonna sleep like a baby today.
Bro, you're gonna sleep. I got 2 more streams. Then I'm gonna watch the Celtics take on thing. What time is that? What time do the Celtics play? What time do the Celtics play? Celtics play very soon. They play at 10:30. So after my stream, I'm gonna watch the Celtics game.
Well, is this like the NBA Finals or something?
Yeah, it's the Game 7 of Eastern Conference quarterfinals.
Who they played?
You know what? I actually made a basketball reference on the terrace. I really do believe Mikel Arteta makes similar mistakes to a rookie coach that plays for the Boston Celtics. He has such a talented team. Imagine Man City squad being given to Arteta, and he's incapable of winning the league. That's basically what happened to Joe Mazzulla. He's been given a team that is unstoppable, but he continuously makes mistakes. They lose in games where they let one player make the same thing over and over again, the same exact play over and over again, and they don't make adjustments. It's crazy. Odegaard's getting a low rating.
Yep.
The game's at 8:30. Oh, yeah. I'm doing my stream at 10. So the game's starting now. Yeah, I'm doing my stream at 10. So after this stream, I'm doing Vibes from the 6 at 10. I'm probably going to watch the game on here while I'm speaking to some of the other people doing some stuff. But yeah, man, Odegaard, let's just give Odegaard a lot of people.
Philadelphia versus
a lot of people in the chat are giving him a low rating. I'm just going to give him the 2 and keep him moving. Saka, guys, Saka gets a 0. Saka gets a 0. We're not even going to rate Saka today. Fair? Saka gets a 0.
What they're giving him. So can you give it 0.5 just so I can see what people have voted?
Okay, people, what are people saying for Saka? Because they're going to give Saka Allah.
Oh no!
They give him a 6. They gave Saka a 6. What is wrong with these people? What did they give Odegaard?
I can't really rate Martinelli.
They gave everyone 5s.
Yeah, but they're not going to be harsh, are they?
No, they're not. I'm not going to lie to you. The last 2 ratings, he doesn't get a rating because he didn't play long enough. Yeah, he doesn't get a rating. Jesus, we need a new striker, bro. We need an actual striker that scores goals.
Yeah, especially for Champions League football, yeah.
Martinelli gets a 6. Martinelli didn't play enough, my friend.
I guess he just said give him an average rating.
Estupiñán cooked Saka 100%. Estupiñán was in my fantasy team. He absolutely balled out. Saka, Jesus gets a 2. Do you guys disagree with that? Jesus 1-4-1. Damn. Yo, I heard Ivan Toney's suspension's kicking in this week. They're gonna announce it, and he's gonna be gone. His career is over almost. Like 2 years, bro.
Yeah, that's good news for us. We don't get him. That's good.
I wanted him. I'm disappointed. Guys, Ivan Toney's career is over. 2-year suspension incoming soon, reportedly. I can't tell you the source, but that's reportedly rumors. Anyways, Jesus gets a 2 then. Trossard came on. Does Trossard get a rating?
Yeah, because he was on from the first half.
I thought he was good when he came on.
No. Did you see what he did for the
he hit the bar in the first
goal.
couple minutes of coming on.
He assisted the third goal.
He was decent.
No, he was an op.
Okay.
What you saying? He helped them score the third goal.
What are you saying?
I'd give him a 2 or a 1. Actually, a 1.
1. People in the chat.
Them.
Allah, minus. I've never seen that before. 6. Minus. Again. Skills. What's going on? I thought you liked Trossard. Skills been saying Trossard needs to play. What happened to you?
He does need to play, but he was awful today.
Maybe now we know why Trossard wasn't starting over these guys. Skills is laughing at Tony, bro. Don't laugh at Tony. Next thing you know, one of our players is going to catch a charge. No pun intended. We know who it is. Listen, 2-2, 5-0 minus. Bro, I guess he's going to get a 1. I guess he's got to stick with the 1 because people are saying he was bad. Partey came on. It was too late. Partey, Nelson, both came on. It was too late. The game was done. To be fair, I think Partey gets a 3 for his performance coming on. He didn't really change the game. But Nelson, probably the best player on the pitch for Arsenal. Do we agree?
Yeah. He's the only one that actually showed an element of trying to change the game.
Yeah. People in the chat, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think.
It's why he has to start, man. If he doesn't start next game, I'll be very disappointed.
Yo, big up Sean, my favorite guy right there. Big up. Guys, if you don't know, I've kind of changed up the way I'm going to do the show. I'm going to do a call-in show on Monday instead of doing it in the match reaction because it just makes it a little bit more easier and more organized so we can get everything out of the way in the match reaction and do the player analysis and everything else. And then tomorrow we can actually do a proper call-in show. I'll do a call-in show tomorrow. What time? Like 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, whatever is best for everybody. And then after that, we got top 6 right after. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. Vibes from the 6 is on later tonight. If you don't already know, if you can already see it. And guys, why don't we have more likes on the channel yet? What's going on? But yeah, the title race is over, guys. Congratulations to Man City. Arsenal bottled it. Man United probably going to get top 4. We're going to talk about that in the future. But right now, it's just a situation where we just need to see where we can take it from here. I'm not done. We still have one more. ESR, I'm not even going to rate him. Eddie Nketiah, I'm not even going to rate him. But yeah, those are the player ratings, guys. Very poor ratings. 3.5 for Ramsdale, 3 for Ben White, 3 for Kiwior, 4 for Gabriel, 3 for Kieran Tierney, 5 for Jorginho, 2 for Xhaka. Sorry, 2.5 for Jorginho, 2 for Xhaka, 2 for Odegaard. Saka actually got a 0. I don't know why it says 0.5. Martinelli got a 0. Jesus got a 2. But yeah, Trossard 1, Partey 3, Nelson 5. Man of the match. Who's the man of the match? Who's the man of the match? Is there such thing as a man of the match in a game that you lost 3-0?
Yeah, Matoma.
Who's the man of the match for Arsenal? There is none. 0.
Oh yeah, not for us. I mean,
there's no man of the match.
If I'm giving a man of the match, it should be Matoma.
Listen, I love the team, but today you can't give a man of the match to anybody. Caicedo's the man of the match, our future midfielder.
Yeah.
If you don't laugh, you're going to cry, people. If you don't laugh, you're going to cry. Listen, I'm just going to tell you guys this. I have an all-star panel for tonight's show. Alan unfortunately can't make it. So guess what? Deji is subbing in for a one-time show to come and cook Arsenal. Then you have, as a Man City fan, you have Hamza coming on to represent Manchester City. Liverpool, Ram. Manchester United, guess what? You have Staffy. Chelsea, you're going to have thing, what do you call it? Qasim. Today is going to be literally 6-on-1. It's not fair. It's not fair. And Mo will probably come on as a neutral to try to help me out. It's going to be a mental show, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a good one. Catch me on that stream after this one. I'm also going to probably be on what's it called? Never a Foul at later today also. So check that out. And yeah, big up everybody. Love for the love people. You already know what it is. I really do appreciate all the support you guys have showed. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side, people. Have yourselves a wonderful day. And yeah, what time's the stream? Isn't it already up? Isn't the stream already up? The stream that I'm going to be doing is going to be on at what time? What time's it going to be on? It's going to be on at 10 o'clock. It's going to be on at 10 o'clock. 1 second. It's going to be on at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock tonight. It's going to be on. It's going to be me and a bunch of the people. But yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Love people. You already know what it is. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anything else, thank you for listening to the podcast. Please do leave a review. If you're watching live, make sure you like the goddamn video and subscribe. We're so close to 20K subscribers. I can feel it. And if you're on TikTok, I appreciate the love, people. Have a good one out. Wait, yo, Gunner Souls, you got anything to say before we go?
No, peace. Just forget about what's happened. Just have a good night's sleep. The season's over. No need to stress.
Yeah, it's definitely over, man. It's definitely over. It's a sad thing, but it's the reality of the situation. That's what it is, man. Season's definitely over. But yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on Never a Foul at 9 o'clock at some point. I'm going to try to pop in there. And also, I'm going to be on my channel at 10. So yeah, I'm going to redirect there for you guys right now. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day, people. I'm out of here. Notifications, can't wait. Big up Saeed, man. Big up Saeed. Out of here, people. Don't forget to hit that like button. Peace.